Yo, yo, and yo. It's the playoff time, y'all. It's the playoff time, divisional style. Oh, yeah. And we got two really big, heavy hitting games tonight. And we got two really strong, heavy hitting games tomorrow, bruh. And next week, it's the last four teams getting ready for the Super Bowl. So it's really exciting. Really big time right now. And there's a lot going on. There's a lot. So before we start talking about today's games and tomorrow's games, which we're definitely going to get into, I really need to jump into some recap heat, if you will.
Welcome to Headline Heat.
Recap heat. Alright, so in the of the capping, what we got to talk about real quick is, okay, first of all, the Chargers suck. When it comes to the playoffs, the Chargers just absolutely suck. How you gonna have 4 interceptions in the first half and lose a game? Be up 27-0 with less than a few minutes to go in the first half and lose 31-30. How you do that? How do you do that? That's impressive to me. That's very impressive. Almost as impressive as Aaron Rodgers, number one, not even making it to the playoffs this year. But number two, having the audacity, and I mean it, family, I'm sorry, I don't really give a crap. You've got the audacity to bring up MVP next year, which is an individual accolade, as opposed to Super Bowl, which is a team accolade and the point. And you ain't seen the point since a year after Eli got his second one, bro. Or the year before Eli got his second one. But either way, it's been a long time. All these years you in here taking the Packers money, you gave them one Super Bowl, and you ain't even looking to give them another one on the way out the door. And folk got the nerve to be mad at Gronk for this? Bruh, why are you thinking MVP? Super Bowls are 5 times greater than an MVP award, and it should be Super Bowls. You should never be thinking of MVP. But y'all missing the point about Aaron Rodgers. He only thinks of himself. So of course he's thinking of an individual award that can, quote unquote, add to his individual greatness while the Packers keep not making it. It is what it is, man. I mean, I don't write this stuff. It's what happened. He decided to go and be transcendental and go find ayahuasca or something instead of building with his wide receivers. And it's really funny how narratives change. All of a sudden at the end of the season, because they were winning games that, let's be real, that other teams like the Vikings should have won but lost. So now it's the greatness of Aaron again. Stop that, guys. Y'all too quick for that. I promise. Y'all too quick. Y'all way too quick for greatness and greatness and greatness. You know what I mean? Dude, I know folk aren't necessarily agreeing with Bart Scott, but dude, you're a one Super Bowl guy. You got two MVPs already, and arguably one of those you really didn't even deserve, but it is what it is. You know, stats generate whatever, so people will always talk stats as opposed to, like, you know, actual impact. But I digress, because now that we don't have to see his punk ass right now for these next couple of weeks, there's another punk. Oh, before we get to those punk asses, before we get to that, what happened? Oh, you know what? This is all part of the same conversation. Okay, so, you know, this was before, this was after. Because when he finished that game, he was old. And I found this real funny that, you know, the Tampa Bay Bucks ended up being TCU. That's hilarious. That's hilarious, especially if you follow college football and you saw what happened at the college football championship. Now, congrats to the Cowboys for winning that game, but I found this to be wild funny because that kicker was missing everything, bruh. Everything. Like, yeah, Lucy was holding the ball on at least one of those. You know what I mean? This is my favorite, though. Dallas Cowboys kicker Brett Maher escorted to receive Achievement Award at private ceremony after playoff victory in Tampa. Yo. Yo. The internet's had a real good time with that. They did. They did. And Grandpa, it's time to retire. You literally ruined your family for this. And what'd you do? Nothing. Nada nunca. You know what I mean? So maybe next time, just listen to your wife and God dog tire, fam. Like, for real. Retire.
Just in time for birthdays, bar mitzvahs, and possibly Christmas if you really shop mad early. We got the I'm Not Gonna Fall for the banana in the tailpipe playset. That's right. And if your kids don't know who Eddie Murphy is, this is the perfect time to introduce they bam asses. I'm Not Gonna Fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Only $9.99.
Get it now. All right, y'all. So, all right. I tell you what. I'm excited about this brand new game coming on this afternoon between the 4 interception throwing. Yeah, I know this image just cracks me up. That's why I keep it up. All right, but this the 4 interception team versus supposedly the AFC champs. So that's gonna be very interesting this afternoon between Duval and Arrowhead, cause it's game day, baby. Ba-bam, ba-bam. Yo, so again, this Duval, man, we really need to see what's going on with this team. I mean, Doug Peterson has definitely turned them around, and you know, have them believing in themselves, especially after what you saw coming out of halftime when they were down, bruh. They were down. This game should have been over. The Chargers should have handled their business and put this away. But that's part of the ineptitude of what the Chargers have got going on right now, and also part of this, you know, we don't know that we shouldn't win these games type of thing from the kids over at the Jacksonville. I mean, Trevor Lawrence played one of the worst games of his career and one of the best games of his career in the same game. That's amazing. That just really is. You know what I'm saying? But you cannot take away from the scheming and the brilliance of Andy Reid. And, you know, I also have to take this time to give a big old shout out to Patrick Mahomes and, you know, Pat's daddy. You know, Mr. Mahomes himself. Because if it wasn't for Mr. Mahomes himself, who was a Met, ladies and gentlemen, he was a Met. Yes, yes. And look, Look, who that right there? Who that right there but this man right here? That's right. Mets, baby. So quiet as kept. I'm rooting for Kansas City because it's a Mets thing. If you're not a Met fan, you understand. You ain't got to get it. That's fine. But Duval, it's not like Duval ain't coming out here ready though. You know what I'm saying? You got Steve Harvey in the building, Pimp Man. You know they ready. You know they ready. And that's the 4 o'clock game, 4:30 game. So I'm excited about that, but I do think that Kansas City comes out on top of that one, especially if, I mean, look, at the end of the day, Jacksonville cannot come out the way they came out the last game. This is not the Chargers. The Chiefs will end your season and very quickly. It's just the reality of being real. So, end of the day, y'all gotta come out on point and stay on point the whole entire game, or it's over. I got love for y'all, but it's over. All right. So the next game on the docket, the G-Men versus the Eagles. And Philly and their beloved Eagles. Yeah. I hear y'all. I hear you, Philly. I do. Philly honestly has probably one of the best teams in the league right now. It's just look, I could be fair. They're a very very tough team. You know, but what they have to realize is that Brian Dable got these guys thinking wild differently than anything in the past, and we cannot necessarily rely on what we thought of Daniel Jones prior to this season or what we thought of Saquon prior to this season, because what we have seen this season is an amazing ability to fight, stay in the fight, keep the fight going, and honestly, the offensive explosion that they put on the Vikings, I wasn't prepared for. I was very, very, very glad to see it, but I wasn't prepared for it. I did not know that we were going to come out that composed, our game plan that tight, and we were going to follow through and execute. It was beautiful to watch, though. I'll give it that. It was very, very beautiful to watch. So tonight, though, I don't know. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I don't know. I mean, we could talk about Jalen Hurts all day long. Big shouts to Destiny Mitchell. We could talk about, skinny Batman and everything. And that defense is tough as nails. It is. But defense for the Giants is also tough as nails. And our offense, listen, Hodgkins showed me something. Slayton, even though he dropped that ball, Darius still showed me something. And I don't know, man. I think this is going to be closer than a lot of people are talking about. And I know we're choosing the Giants on this one because there's no way I'm going to say Eagles, even though they are the quote odds-on favorites and this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I hear you. Nah, I don't know. I don't know. And so because it's not Duval though, not in this game, but because I don't know and I can't really call it, you know what it is. If y'all agree, hit me up in the comments. If you don't, hit me up in the comments. Let me know either way. And I thank y'all for watching. I see everybody in the building checking it out and enjoying, getting ready. I hope y'all got your snacks and stuff or getting your snacks and stuff. Because this is one of those times, man. Get your barbecue or your hibachi out. Get your tasty beverages, you know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be a fun set of 2 games that we're about to embark on, starting in a couple of hours. So I'm just trying to get y'all ready, and I'm trying to get myself ready. It's exciting times. So, you know what? We'll be right back with a little bit more Candid Corner Extra.
Yeah. Stop what you're doing there, soul brothers and soul sisters. You need a party to get to, which you will be decades outdated and be dressed for. Come on, the Flag Brothers. We got all the vintage gear that have everybody cracking on you at the party. Can you dig it? We got nothing but zebra skin bell bottoms, cobra fish boots. Have you ever heard of that? Cobra fish, baby. And we can't forget, I got that chicken skin fedora. Come on down, players. I got all of it for you. So much in the inventory that it's begging to be on your shoulders. Ladies, come on and get your fly skirts, your platforms. Can you dig it? Come on, get with me now. Act now. You can get 4 coats for $25. Where you gonna find a better deal than that, player? We got nothing but faux fur and pleather everywhere. Well, this soul brother got to move and shake, can you dig? But before we shake the scene, you better come on down and get some. All right, can you dig it? Flag Brothers, King of the Bells.
Big shout out to my brother, Mr. Lewis, who y'all will see on Tuesday, no doubt. Big shout, Miss Tina. Y'all see everybody on Tuesday. But you know I had to jump in for this football extra for the special, because it's especial this weekend. So there we go. So, next up we got the DeMar Bowl, baby. Yes, that's literally what we're calling it right now, the DeMar Bowl, because remember what happened the last time they met, prior to the last time they met, when that incident with Damar Hamlin happened. And, you know, I want to thank everybody who was involved in saving that young man's life, you know, and everybody that was pulling for him, rallying for him, you know what I mean? Again, showing things is bigger than football. You know, we all got love for Damar, and it's crazy that, you know, the frailty of life, you know what I mean, is right there. So, you know, I'm glad he's home. I'm glad he's healthy. I'm glad he's with family. You know, I'm glad he's watching these games and all that. And I heard a funny story that during last week, that he was in the hospital rooting and turned on the alarm bells because he was rooting so hard, and it reminded me of a scene from Remember the Titans. Will you get out of here? So yeah, that was very cool. And honestly, I feel like there's a lot with this game, but between that man and this man here, I know Joe Cool. I know Joe Cool. I know you there. You know, but honestly, Bengals, y'all struggling. Y'all struggling lately. Your offense and your defense is struggling. There's no way y'all should have been that close to Tyler Huntley, you know. And there's no way that the entire game should have fell or rested on that busted play. So honestly, if y'all can't get that part together to tomorrow, then you might be going home, Joe Burrow and them. You know what I mean? I just feel like the Bills just have motivation on their side. They're playing better ball right now. You know what I mean? At this time of the year than you guys are. Just being 100 about that. Their running game still is a bit suspect. The Bills. You know what I mean? And you know there's still injuries, I believe, on the offensive and defensive side, mostly defense. So, and I'm not saying it's going to be a blowout. But Joe Burrow and them definitely have to show up, you know what I mean, tomorrow night if they want to get to the next level, if they want to get to the next round, they got to show up. And honestly, see, because I don't necessarily do points and stuff like that, so you're not going to necessarily get that from me. But I do know that it should be a close game. It might even go into overtime if the Bengals are playing good ball. If they're playing the right kind of ball at the right time, then yeah, I do see that could happen. But as far as that, I'm still picking the Bills to go. So it sounds like I got Bills and Chiefs. Yes, I do. I know that's not the biggest, sexiest ones out there, but that's what I got because that's what I believe is going to happen. So next up, we got them boys versus them Niners. And them boys played a really good game against the Buccaneers. I mean, a really good game on both sides of the ball. But I'm going to be honest here. I didn't consider the Bucks to be a challenge at all this year. You know, I mean, they were in absolutely the very bottom barrel division this year. They were in the worst division in football this year. They had a terrible record coming out. They didn't necessarily like win. They kind of eked out of their division. And I'm sorry, you got an 87-year-old quarterback. You know, you got wide receivers that's aight, and your defense is meh. You know, so I don't know. You know, I did not expect them to beat the boys. And it was nice to see everybody eating a humble pie about that because they had him dead and buried until that game, and all of a sudden he's Jesus again. So that's nice. But against these 49ers, even with Brock Purdy, with Mr. Brock Purdy as their quarterback, even with Brock Purdy, I still, dude, Brock ain't had a bad game yet. Just keeping it real, Brock has not had a bad game yet. So, you know, folks is doing all this talking and stuff, but I don't know. I don't know. Them boys are most definitely going to have to kick it up a notch. Yeah, the Cowboys got to bring their A game if they're gonna have any hope in staying in this game. Because I honestly feel like this could end up being not a blowout, but 49ers know how to score, and they have a good defense. So if it comes to like 14-17 nothing or 14-17-3, I don't think the Cowboys are going to come out of this. I mean, in like the first quarter. If it's like 14-3 or something like that in the first quarter, I don't think they're going to come out of this. They need to keep the 49ers to a low-scoring game and a grind-out game with their defense. They can do that. I think they can have a good chance. I don't think they're going to win. I'm sorry. Sorry, Cowboys fans. It's not because I'm a Giant. It's just because I'm telling the truth. I don't think the Cowboys have a chance to win this game. I just think that the 49ers are a very, very, very complete team on both sides of the ball, regardless of the rookie quarterback. They're one of the few teams that I can say that with, and that's most definitely saying that with this team. So, to wrap that part up, I got the Niners. I got Niners and Giants. And I got Bills and Chiefs. And I'm not going any further this week. We'll talk more about that next week, especially if I'm right, which I hope I am, but we'll see. So before I wrap this up, we got one more quick commercial break, and I'll come right back with some more Candid Corner Extra.
Hey, Chauncey, where are you going all decked out and dressed up?
Look, man, you can't be messing with me right now. I'm going to the OnlyFans. I got stuff to do. I heard about this OnlyFans. I can't wait.
Wait, it isn't a place.
Oh, don't you tell me. I know. I'm going. You better leave me alone.
Alright, Chauncey. Enjoy your time at OnlyFans.
Oh, God, that would crack me every time. Hey, man, you ain't gonna tell me I'm going to OnlyFans. Wow. Okay, well. Yo, so big shouts. I gotta give a big shout to my main man, Tommy. He is one of the better Giants content creators on the net right now on Twitter. If you're not following them, please do. Same with my brother, the Entertainer. They really hold it down for Giants talk, so... Yo, big shouts to my brother Julius Lake. He said if the Giants win today, I would root for the Cowboys just for the Giants to beat that behind. I would root for the Cowboys versus the 49ers too, because I think the Giants could probably beat the Cowboys, and I'm not really sure about the 49ers, to be honest. That's a little bit harder for me. Just a little. But, you know what I mean? I do want to, before we get any further on, I got to give, again, big shouts to at Hefe Pill, at I am Eli Rax, at Mr. GHF, at New York Revival, at Giants, at Saquon, at Kavant, all of them. This is the big things. I really enjoyed this video. You know what I mean? It's definitely time to start the party, so to speak, for my New York Giants, baby. So let's go.
Let me talk to my team real quick, homeboy. Look, not many wanted to show love. We was treated like young punks and old scrubs. Opened up in Tennessee, the Titans rolled buds. Went for 2 in the win. Brian Dable is cold blood. Wait till the end is what a pro does. Now we so came a long way from Joe Judge and Gettleman. With him I thought we would never win. Now we in the playoffs, fine ladies and gentlemen. Woo! I gotta shout out the veterans. Big Cat, Hottie, Landon, and Tony Jefferson. I know they all gonna represent. Till we get a ring and we shaking hands with the president. Yeah, got a soft spot for Saquon. They try to write him off, and now they putting their capes on. And when he run, it's like napalm. Blowing up your pads. If you wanna grab, you can get the straight on. You Nick Foles, I'm Kayvon. Angel right next to the body I had to pray on. I'm in the bar trying to stay calm. Send him to the voicemail, dog. Don't interrupt when the game's on. Listen, and this goes to my quarterback, a game manager. I promise he much more than that. Out the pocket with a rocket and score with that. We ain't satisfied right now. We want all of that.
Giants, what?
We back. Back in them playoffs. Trying to get that shit.
Yeah.
Shout out Ray Hanley. Shout out now, Sexy Dexy, Eli Rax, El Jefe, Mr. Glass Half Full, the Revival.
Yeah, I had to get that to y'all, man. I had to get that to y'all, man. Giants content creators out here doing wonderful things, man. Wonderfully big, wonderfully audaciously marvelous. Not even marvelous, baby. Marvelous. You feel me? Dude, again, go Giants. You know what it is. You know what it is. You know. Let's go. I'm excited. You excited? Let's go.
MC, make another hit.
Project.
I just wanna rock.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let's go, Giants. We got this today. Let's go. Yeah, I'm showing my biases. I can do that.
And you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.
Yeah, y'all. Thank you again for watching the Candid Corner NFL Divisional Playoff Extra. Check it out. When you're done, circulate it around. Have a good time with it. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on YouTube, on the Indie Access Network channel, as well as the Candid Corner channel. Let it be known, baby. Hit me up on Twitch. If y'all watching this on Twitch, whoop, whoop, thank y'all very much. I appreciate it. Feel me? We all over the place. Keep supporting. Let's keep rocking. And let's go Giants. Enjoy this weekend, guys. Enjoy it all, ladies and gentlemen. Again, your main man, Coach Fizzle in the Dizzle. I appreciate you hanging out, spending a few moments with me on a Saturday. Ow! Later.